Okay,
Cheers. Oh, you're having water.
this is the kind of lip stuff that you put on and you're like, what is wrong with it's like so bold. And it's like
I'm gonna have a double chin the whole meeting because I'm looking down
oh,
and I'm kind of slouched, so it's gonna be fine.
you're great. I love it. I love double chins.
I turned 48 in a couple days. It's fine.
You are not turning 48, which 48 isn't old anyway, but you look amazing.
48. Like it's weird.
What are you drinking?
I'm having a blueberry mojito cider today.
Ooh.
Sounded good, and it says on it no added sugars, no artificial flavors, gluten free. So I'm like, let's give her a shot.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's kind of nice and dry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
So what's happening?
Oh, we're going out for pizza after this. So
Sweet.
I put my pizza face on.
Is that permanent so that like when you eat your pizza, it can still stay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just trying to be cool. Hi, Robin.
Hello. I'm trying to get there. Hold on a sec.
Oh, you're all right. Take your
I'm
time.
lost.
It's just now 6:30 anyway. You're good.
It's been a rough week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's only Wednesday. Yeah, I can't wait for it to be over.
Work-
Ah,
What?
Is it work
What?
stuff?
Hmm?
Is it work stresses? Work stuff?
work and just my friend's son died and sucks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
God.
sorry.
yeah. Sad.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
So just trying to wrap my head around that and yeah. So
Yeah. Did you get to do the body workout just a little bit ago? Did you hop on and do it with Autumn?
no, I didn't. No. No, I'm supposed to do I belong to an association for my camp. So I'm the secretary. I do the minutes and stuff, and my husband's the president. So we have a meeting on Saturday. So I had to find someone to take care of my job for Saturday so I could go to the celebration of life for that. So I had to scramble to get everything ready tonight so I could hand that off tomorrow. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just
Well, kudos to you for being here because I think I would have been like, I gotta back out of this one, guys. Sorry.
yeah, I need to see happy faces.
Yeah, well, we will be that shining light for you. I hope.
Thank you.
We'll try.
Yeah.
Hi, Lily. Hi, Kyla.
Lily, where are you?
Oh, I'm in my basement. Nothing exciting.
Oh, your background looks different.
Oh, it's just blurred.
Oh,
It was the way I had it set up for a different meeting, so
gotcha.
kept it blurred. I like your red lipstick. You had never
Hi.
seen with red
Yeah,
lipstick.
I was just gonna say that. What's up with that?
This is my Wednesday night face. You guys don't ever get to see this.
No.
Oh, thank you. I put it on and I'm like, this is gonna be fun. And then I put it on. I'm like, how do I get it off? Because it's like a stain, and it doesn't come off for a while. So thanks, because I'm not. It's not my thing, and it's weird, but it's kind of fun at the same time. So I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I haven't met a red lipstick that I don't love.
Well, I don't think it looks very good on. I didn't ever see it on like a redhead before, and I saw a girl the other day had it on. I'm like, oh, you can pull it off. I'll try it. And then I went to Ulta, and then I'm like, what was I doing? Who am I? I'm a chapstick girl, so whatever. That's fine. But thank you.
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, looks good.
Deanna, I like your sunlit look now.
I'm trying to figure out.
Got a halo.
I need like a stand out here.
You didn't like the double chin look? It was getting to you?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Hi, Kim. Hello. I thought you were going to be able to make it.
Well, we're having the hurricane here, so no Nats game.
Oh,
We even got
Oh,
we even got out of school early.
oh my God.
another hurricane or the remnants from the one in
Yep.
Louisiana?
It's Ida moving up. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So surprise.
Wow.
We got it tomorrow.
Are
Is
you
it just dumping rain? Is that what it's doing right now? Just, you guys are
Well-
getting flooded?
Last night it rained really hard last night, but that was like before the storm, and then we got up and it was dry till about noon, but they were predicting tornadoes and flash floods for the rest of the day, so they dismissed school in early, which was right when it started pouring down really hard rain. And then it hasn't really rained that hard since the kids dismissed, so I don't know if we're getting more later or what. But
Oh, geez.
several people died this morning in an apartment complex in our town, so it was serious flooding, but the timing is off. It's really weird. So I feel really bad. A 19-year-old died and 2 people are missing
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no.
from the rain and the flood from a creek, like in the middle of the night. You know,
Oh my gosh.
very bizarre.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was headed your guys' way and that was still like a threat.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know. It's just really, really bizarre. Like there were a couple tornado touchdowns around the area too. So probably just F1s, but still enough to do some damage. And
Yeah.
so,
Wow.
yeah. And I think it's heading near Robin, right? It's going up.
Yeah. Yep, tomorrow, really bad rain, flash floods, and yeah, it's like great. I gotta park way up in the back of this stupid parking lot tomorrow and walk into the hospital. Oh, just like, just another thing. It's just rain, I know, it's just rain.
Just rain. Oh, goodness.
Hmm.
Oh, hi, Melanie. Hi, Beverly. Oh, and Sue's hopping on. Look, our little squares. Now we're all even. 3, 3, 3. It feels so much better.
Did you just finish your workout with Autumn?
I did.
Nice.
Good.
How was it?
It was okay, nothing spectacular. I mean, it wasn't like, that hard.
Uh-oh. She's gonna kick your butt next time.
I know. Well,
Were you on the podcast? God, yes.
Look at you. Did you do your hair too?
I said this was my Wednesday face. You guys never get to see me on Wednesday
Oh
night.
my God.
I don't look like this in
Yes.
the mornings.
I know you don't. No, that's all right.
Usually I'm putting on my eyebrows in the mornings. I'm like, hold on, I'll be on camera in a minute. Were you on the podcast?
No, I wasn't in the cast. I just went downstairs to work out and I realized that it was like in 2 minutes. So I jumped on.
Cool.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
cool.
Beverly was in the podcast this morning, weren't you? How was the workout?
It was really good. Vetus does an amazing job. He
Who
does a
was the
really
trainer?
amazing job. Vetus.
Oh, I haven't done one of his yet.
He
I mean,
really
if you
corrected
like-
form when I was on.
Yes, he's extremely good with form, and he's really good with working with the podcast and communicating with the podcast. Yeah, making any type of correction cues and just encouraging people. I really, really like him a lot. I also really like Lee Jimenez. And if you want a workout that actually is very challenging, go do Lee Jimenez
Do his.
workout.
Mhm.
You will be sweating. Like, I'm gonna be serious. I mean, Autumn's workout did not make me sweat like Lee's. Joel's didn't. Amwala's didn't. Lee kicks your butt and does it with a smile. And
Nice.
I don't even know, like, how are you even still talking? You're still doing these moves and I'm about ready to die.
Yeah, he's pretty graceful, like with his, just with his style and everything. His facilitation style, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, the combo of moves is different. And yeah, Jess and I were both on the podcast on Monday, and that was a killer. I know I'm still feeling it.
Yeah, Melanie, you'll love it. I'm still sore, like sore. And I mean, I did 3 workouts on Monday. That was my own fault, but I'm sore. It was hard.
It really was,
Yeah.
but worth it. I
Yeah,
felt
it was good.
amazing when I was done.
Yeah. Cool. So how did everybody's August shape up? Any last minute exciting things people want to share? Anything they're excited about for September? And it's okay if not, like, that's what we're here for, is to get everybody excited. Some people
I
are-
survived August. That was, that's how I
Yeah.
feel.
Has
Kids are
everybody?
making-
Kids
I'm gonna
went back
feel
to
that way
school?
for September.
You feel that way for September?
Said I'm gonna feel that way for September if I survive this month.
Yeah, work stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we were thinking about you this morning. I know you had your transition today. So,
Yeah, I was on calls all day.
ugh. Well, fingers crossed, we'll send you good vibes.
Thank you.
But
Work's
yeah,
a dirty,
September-
is-
oh,
work's
go
a
ahead,
dirty 4-letter word.
It sure is, isn't it?
Yes.
I know you've been struggling too.
Yeah, we just
Mhm.
lost another person.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Kim, how's your new job going?
It's a crazy roller coaster.
Yeah. You like it though?
I like it, but you know, it's yeah, I like it. It was like so much training on everything, and then just couldn't wait for the kids to so I could get back in the class. I thought the kids would, you know, make it be all worth it, like they usually do. But it's going like one class, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going great. I'm a great teacher, and then the next class, I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. I'm horrible. The kids are, you know, so squirrely, and they're not listening to me. Like it's just like up and down like this every day. So definitely it's going to take me a while to build relationships with them and let them trust me and listen to me. So
One of the
like coaching.
One of the things that I tried to tell my kids was, look, you guys are excited and also a little scared of going back to school, because my kids hadn't been in school since March of last year. I mean, they were remote this entire last year. So I said, but your teachers are in the same boat. They also have been remote this entire time as well. And so they're going to be just as, you know, trying to figure everything out. And I said, so you need to give them grace as well as, you know, give yourself grace when you can't find your class. And, you know, so it's, my hat is off to all teachers.
Yeah.
you know, that Grace, like I kept I have to use all those mantras myself every day. Like I made this bulletin board that it was like, believe in you. And coincidentally, it's right outside my doorway. So I can tell it to myself all the time. Like all the affirmations that we say, I am saying them to myself all the time. And grace and grit has been one of them. So yeah, if only everybody told their kids that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool that you did that, Lily, because if only all parents would say that, you know?
Mhm.
Well, we've had quite a few challenges in our school district already, and we're only 2 days in, but they're doing the best they can, and everybody's in the same boat. So
Plus, like we had like 80 kids register between, you know, the 2 weeks before school, and some kids just showed up. And, you know, like, so every day, nobody really knows. And the dismissal on Monday, we have over 700 kids. It took an hour and a half for the kids, because all the parents decided, well, a lot of parents decided they didn't want their kids riding the bus for COVID reasons. And then, you know, 250 cars are backed up waiting for the kids, and everybody's going down, you know, Elena. It's like a game of telephone, and it gets to the end, and like, you know, I also didn't realize how many like kindergartners don't know their name, or they'll answer to a different name, just it's crazy. I'm so afraid I'm going to lose a kid all the time that, I just need to chill out a little bit. Today I was like, but what if they go home and they're walking and there's nobody there? What are they going to do? Are they going to sit outside in the rain for a couple hours? You know, and the other teachers were like, they'll just walk back to school. You know, it'll be okay. You know, I was like, what do you mean you don't have to sign them out? You know, I was all panicked and everything. So anyway, so that's my psychologist story.
we'll all get through it. Don't worry.
Yes. What is it? Everything is figure outable. We will all get through it.
I'll tell you, you know what? I blame my apprehension on one of the trainings I had to do was like, you did everything from anaphylactic shock to don't sleep with your kids to, you know, one of them said, one of the trainings basically said, it literally said, don't do anything that would get you on the 6 o'clock news. Like, what kind of training is that? Like, they're like, if you're thinking about doing something and you think it might be on the news, don't do it, you know? And I'm like, what? You know, so I don't know. It's a little too much information and too short of a time. And anyway, so now I'm gonna stop talking.
Oh my God, you're fine. That's funny.
And
Oh.
all the thoughts are going through my head, like from one end to another of what you shouldn't do.
Oh my God, you could look the wrong way and be on the news.
It's what I mean. Don't pick your nose.
Right? Exactly.
Well, I was feeling really like, you know, we're kind of not worried, but thinking about that a lot. And then my son showed me this videotape of some teacher in California, and I was like, okay, I'll never do that. And so I'm not going to get on the news. That's not good. I don't have to worry about things I would never do anyway. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. Well, it sounds like we need a new month and a reset. So happy September 1st, everybody. This is
I'm
gonna be a
excited
great
for
month.
September.
Me
for sure.
too. Me too. We have a lot of stuff coming. So we've got new body trainings that were rolled out. Again, this might have been posted at Stronger Together, and I apologize, like over posting with Deanna's. I don't know. I'm just thinking when I posted and you had already posted it, I was like, shh, that's what I get for multitasking between meetings. But there was Tuesday, Thursday classes added to Body, the live classes. So like now you can share with your customers and your teams that there is a full 5 days of live classes. Again, they're going to be continuing to add more and more. Same thing with, you know, the bike that's coming out the 21st. Just a lot of really new cool stuff coming out. So anybody have any other things they've seen they wanted to share, tips, tricks? I didn't also see any topics for this week. And I apologize if we had one and I completely forgot, but if anybody has anything that they want to share, or maybe they shared something already and I completely missed it, let me know. We can chat about it tonight.
I have a question. I missed the training. So what, like September 21st is like big transition day. I heard, and there's no more, now we're not gonna have completion packs anymore. We're just gonna have total solution packs. Did you guys listen to that training? You know, is that old news to everybody and I just missed it?
No, I didn't listen to the training.
I haven't heard any of that.
Okay, I saw a link for it, so I will find it and post it, and then maybe we can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
I did see something on that, Kim, though, that they are launching the total solution pack on the 21st. And so I'm assuming that is replacing the challenge pack.
Yes, replacing the challenge pack, it said, and it also said that they will not be offering completion packs anymore. So I just was curious of what that would look like. But I will find that link and I will post it and we can discuss more as it gets closer to 21.
I wonder if it's because you have to buy both bod and body if you want body, and maybe that's why they're not doing completion packs, or I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like I said, I just hadn't listened to the link yet, and I was like, "Oh, did you guys all know this?" And I just missed it.
Oh, way to go, Kim! Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
We all missed it.
You're all smarter than me. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. So I'll
yeah, no, that'll actually be really helpful though if you can share that link, because I think that
Okay.
sounds like some helpful information for us to share.
Cool.
So we've got the Body Live group, which is the Body Live info group. So I've been completely forgetting to share things, and it like hit me yesterday to just share something in there. So just a gentle reminder, if you have things that you're doing, or if you're doing a Body Live class, just share your picture in there, share your experience. I think there was about, I don't know, 70 to 90 people in there. So there are people still in there. I know it's not super high engagement or anything, but we can work on that.
Well, and also for the bod group, for the 645 bod group, you guys need to remember to pin your posts, and you also have to go in and unpin your posts every day as well. So because otherwise all you see are all the pinned posts at the beginning, and so we're on day whatever. So I've been trying to go in and remember to unpin them, but they also need to be pinned when you make a post in there. So did you guys hear Autumn talk on Instagram today about what's going on with her and intermittent fasting and what she found out?
No, do tell.
Did you hear that, Deanna?
I didn't. I was watching her video from a couple days ago where she talked about seeing a new doctor and trying to figure out what's happening with her, but I haven't seen the one you're talking about.
Well, maybe this was part of that. I'm not sure, but she said that her doctor, which I thought it was very interesting that she brought it up. So she's obviously trying intermittent fasting, and her doctor said that for women that you shouldn't go over 16 hours for intermittent fasting, and that 12 to 16 hours is the best window for women for intermittent fasting. So I thought that was really interesting. And she has some type of thyroid challenge. Basically, I'm assuming that her thyroid is not working. They're just getting the test back. And so she's been sharing a lot of information. So it might be beneficial to listen to that, or maybe do something about it on the nutrition call or something. I don't know. I thought it was really interesting, the stuff that she was talking about. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go back and watch them, and then because I don't have a topic for tomorrow set, so we can discuss some of it. It is interesting to me, the trials she's had with things, because it seems like I don't know if like it was all, I don't know. It's just interesting to see what's happening there.
Yeah, she gave basic information, like, make sure you're taking C and B and D and, stuff like that. So that might be beneficial to other people that.
Yeah, but you should take those things if you're deficient in them. Taking those are water soluble. Well, D is not a water soluble, but the other two are water soluble. So if you don't need them, you're going to pee them out, but you're also just wasting money by taking them. If you are of a regular absorption rate for, it, like, she may not be absorbing well still because of whatever she had going with her gut health. But if you're absorbing things regularly, you're eating a decent, nutritious food, then you're going to be fine. D is one of those things, like Lily and I live in an area, I don't know if Maine gets as much sun or not, but we are in an area where we need to take D supplements pretty much. Shakeology isn't even enough usually. So, but those are things that really have to be determined by your doctor.
Yeah.
The other problem is that often you're deficient in something that helps you absorb the D.
Right.
So you might be getting sun, but if you don't have whatever you're missing.
Magnesium is what goes with it usually.
What did you just say?
I think magnesium is what usually goes with it, if I'm remembering right, but I'm not totally positive.
I feel like there's a K too.
Oh, could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Okay, potassium? This is not my area of expertise. I just say that.
She's a science girl.
But yeah, so I mean, that's the other thing, is that if you can be taking it, and then if you're not, and you can also be taking stuff that isn't really effective because it's not high quality and it's mainly other stuff, and you don't know it because the pharmaceutical vitamin world is fun. So
Interesting. Yeah, that'll be interesting to watch how this unfolds for her, but I hope she's okay. I mean, yeah.
well, what's really interesting is that's what caused me to have that was one of the things that triggered my crash, was intermittent fasting for too long and going too low carb for too long, and then and also over exercising and not resting enough. So it was like the perfect storm of like creating gut dysbiosis. And then I threw in a bunch of things that caused inflammation, and I completely crashed. And she just threw in a bunch of stuff that caused inflammation because she just went on that trip and they partied. So there's no part of me that doesn't see the correlation, but I mean, it's like,
I have to say too, I've always wondered, and this comes from zero knowledge of that kind of stuff, but I've always wondered if her boob job is also interfering, because so many people have these types of reactions, like the stuff she's listing.
She actually addressed that on the call, and she said that the doctor that she went and saw told her it had nothing to do with that. So I don't know if that's true or not, but
Yeah.
but
I don't know how
she
a
did
doctor
actually
would know.
address that on the call, which was interesting.
Tim.
Right, Kim? I mean, I thought they were totally natural. Totally. 100%. But it's like it's like there's a lot of things that correlate like a Lyme's disease when you have your body is rejecting something you put in it. And I don't know what other fillers can also create that type of thing. I mean, we have an immune system that reacts. And depending on what you've put in, it may react big, it may react, over time. It can definitely change. I know people who have had them for 10 years and they're fine, and then all of a sudden start having issues. And you don't know if there's a leak, if there's, I don't know. I'm just saying that that's one of those things that like it's worth, and I'm sure she's looked into it, but
I don't know how they would know without removing them
right.
or without opening you up and actually looking at
Yeah.
them. I don't know how they would know.
Well,
Unless there was a leak, then that. But I mean, I've seen ones that have come out that are like black. They're still solid, but they're black. And it's like, I just can't. Mm-mm.
I still want perky boobs. I don't care.
Gosh,
No.
I guess I won't be getting a boob job now.
I'll stay with my nothing.
I was gonna say I'll never have boobs.
Yeah.
One of the Real Housewives had a big problem with her boob job, right? And that she got. Does anybody watch that? Does anybody know who it was?
Mm-mm.
It was one of the California ones. She was like a former model or something, but I think that's what she was having, a lot of miscellaneous symptoms, and I think that was one of the causes.
I've known a lot of Beachbody coaches to talk about it on there when they've had them removed, and some pretty high up ones. And it was, like the reaction was astounding. Like literally within days of them having removed, a lot of their symptoms were cleared up and feeling better. And I don't know. It's something to think about, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, everybody has different reactions. I mean, I think there's tons of people too that have them and are perfectly fine. And
right.
yeah, and I mean, it's funny though, because sometimes the symptoms I see from that, it's, anxiety, fatigue. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure every person I know says they're tired, they have anxiety. I mean, not every person, but, it just makes me wonder, like, but I do think that for some people it doesn't work. Like, I was worried getting a rod in my leg. I'm like, is my body going to reject this? And no, my body just got real comfortable real quick and just stopped healing. So it's just weird. Everybody's body reacts differently. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm sorry. I still want a boob job. So sorry. Call me vain. It's fine. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, all right. So
I have a question. Has anybody had a preferred customer sign up or get changed to one yet? Or I know that the deadline isn't until when? The
I haven't even talked to anybody about it really.
I had somebody do it on their own that was a new coach sign up, and she just switched over to a preferred customer. She just requested, I guess, on her own.
I think it's October 7th is the shift.
Yeah, on your back office, it says you have to have qualified by September 30th, I believe.
Yeah.
It shows like a date in there. And then, because it's like, and then it'll have a check mark if you're qualified. But it shows, on mine, it shows September 30th is when I would have to qualify for it. Is the first time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's what mine shows too.
So if they're working toward it, I wouldn't, I'd push the 30th versus the 7th, just in case. Because they probably have to make sure things, have a little leeway before they start cutting people. Because the 7th is when they're cutting people.
And the 30th is a Thursday. So they're doing the Thursday schedule. That makes sense.
Gotcha.
No, the only thing I heard about preferred customer was someone was asking if their preferred customers can go to Summit. And I was like, well, why wouldn't they be able to? And then I actually heard that the answer was no. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So that's another thing too, if you have people who might be interested in the event, and actually they even said Super Saturdays, but I'm like, you can bring a guest to Super Saturdays. So that seems kind of silly to me. But I think Summit, as we saw this year, it was really open to coaches only, and they cut it off, so.
I think because when you're a preferred customer, you don't have access to anything in the back office.
Right.
So you lose all of that access. So that's why they probably wouldn't let you go to Summit as well.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's for working coaches essentially. So,
It's going to be really interesting to see what that number of working coaches is,
mhm,
I think.
yeah, it will be.
I'm excited to start getting more leads.
Right?
Yeah, that's a very good way to think about
Bring
it.
them on.
If they're Emerald and they're hitting Success Club, we're probably all still going to be coaches and not preferred customers. Because leads only go to Emerald and Success Club.
Right. Right. But I mean, like, it might be back to the way it was back in the beginning. And let me tell you, it was like when a launch happens that's successful and you get, practically a customer a day. That was how it was in the beginning. It was like you got multiple customers every single month.
Well, and they're advertising a ton, which I've been getting one every other day, every 3 days right now. So hopefully that.
Did you hit 10 so you could get paid leads this month?
No, stuck at 9.
That's all right. You'll get it this month.
In 9.
Yeah, because I didn't notice a huge difference with paid leads.
I would usually just get most months in the beginning of the year. I got Success Club points. I got usually 2 points a month from the paid leads.
Yeah. All right. So does anybody have any topics for tonight? Or was there topics shared that we should go over?
I can tell you that corporate is really not coming clear with what's going on with Super Weekend.
Oh, you mean like they might
So-
draw and it might not be in person?
Well, like, so my corporate rep reached out to me. She's like, so did you sign a contract with the place? And I'm like, no, I've been dragging my feet because I haven't seen y'all make an announcement. And I don't know if this venue will allow us to cancel again, because they were who we canceled on the last time. And last time everyone was closing. So they were very lenient. I don't know if they'll be that lenient with this. And we're looking at basically getting their largest ballroom at the largest size, possibly even on the contract, which is a lot more money.
Mhm.
And so she's like, okay, well, Doug Moss was asking because we're asking each trainer if they're willing to fly to venues. And they're trying to see what they can even do. So she's like, so if you can hold off until the end of the week and we can see if we can get an answer for you by the end of the week. So I really have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I highly doubt we're having one here.
I don't think you are. No.
In
I
Portland
mean,
or
no.
Seattle, either one. There's
No.
just no way.
But I mean, for the Midwest, we're all still pretty open. I mean, there's, we might, like in St. Louis, they're masking, but that's it. So, yeah, but I mean, it's still the individual trainers, whether or not they feel comfortable flying and being around the people. They are not committed to doing meet and greets. There's no pictures. It's literally they're going to stand up there to do their workout. I have no idea, like, anything past that. Like, I don't know.
That's a hard sell for them to say no after they just went on vacation.
On their trips. Yeah.
Well,
Except
Joel's
for-
traveling right now. You'll probably get Joel.
I don't
He's
know.
getting like this.
I have no idea, but I mean, I know that, I mean, it's a little bit different being around hundreds of people in a closed room than, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like heavy breathing in your direction. You think about that too?
Yeah.
Like, just
So-
stand up there while everybody's going like this at you.
Right. Yay.
We're gonna need like a 50-foot span in front of them. So they're
Yeah.
gonna be over there. Nobody's allowed to come over here.
So if you hear back from your contact and they're like, we're not able to send someone, are you guys gonna move to the winery like you had thought, or?
We haven't decided.
Yeah.
We haven't decided. Honestly, the council has really, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's mainly just Kate and I. That's just what I can say. Other than like the day of,
Cool.
it's a lot of work for two
Mhm.
people
It is a
to
lot of
get it all together.
work. Yes.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I think both of us would prefer that because it's an open setting. It's indoor, outdoor. The barn though is completely open. So really it's just outdoor, covered outdoor. So, and just, I think it would be more fun and it'll be more of it like a social event. I don't know that I have no idea what we'll do if we did. And that's it only if the winery's still open, like their space is still open.
Right. All right. Well, we'll just stay tuned, like how life goes right now. It's all, last minute. We'll figure it out. May happen, may not. Pencil it in. Pencil it in. October
Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't cancel it out, but yeah, I just wish that they would make some type of announcement of something. Like they haven't even, Lily says that she keeps checking like the back office to see like if there's anything even showing as an event, and it
Says the
It's
same
not even-
thing, nothing.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, even if you were going to have something virtual, something should be there by now. I mean, we're talking a month and a half away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what that brings.
Uh-huh.
I have another question. How many of you guys send emails, like monthly emails out to your customers, and what platform do you do? Because the Coach office sucks. Sorry, but it does.
I use Coach Office and Kajabi.
So how do you get around the 100? Do you use the Coach
I
office
use
then?
I use the email that's associated with my account or whatever it says, so I can just send as many as I want.
Okay, but then you can't send any graphics, right?
I never do, and most of the time graphics make, when you're sending it into people's inboxes, graphics or links make it go to a spam folder more often than if you just have text. So like even when I use Kajabi, I only send like text and one link, or text and a thing to a blog post or something like that. I keep it really simple.
Okay.
Because you end up having more opens generally, is from what I understand, no matter what platform you're on.
Because I was trying to send something out this morning because Coach Collaboration or whatever it is has like newsletters and different things. And I was like, oh, I should try this. Well, you can't send any of their cool graphics that they put together for you when you use the Coach office email. And so and then of course you had to export the emails out because you can only do 100 if you're using your personal email. So I was just curious what everybody else used.
I've used MailChimp in the past, but I've heard that they're a anti-MLM company. And so I haven't had any issues. I use the free version. So just throwing it out there.
Do you get any anything from your emails, Deanna? Like, do you?
Like, do I have people respond and stuff?
Mhm.
Occasionally. It's more people who I've been engaged with before than not. But like the last one I sent out, I accidentally included the meal prep people, which are not necessarily my customers. There may be people who are just trying the meal prep class. And a couple of them joined 2021 Day at a Time because I forgot to take them off when I resent the link to just make sure everybody knew that group was there. So that was kind of funny that like they were people I had no idea were even paying attention.
Gotcha. When is the meal prep class, by the way?
The 12th at 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna look through some recipes this week. I'll be more lunch focused or like, lunchy breakfast, back to school type focus.
Did you guys see the email that Autumn sent today? I think it was based on lunch. I just
Oh, I
glanced.
haven't seen it.
Meal prep made easy, lunchbox pizza. Pizza bites and goal getter meal plans.
What email are you getting from her?
I'm on her email list or something.
Oh. Hey, will you, do you have
Does
my
she
email?
call
Can
you
forward
too?
it? I haven't seen it.
I'm just kidding. I didn't get the email either.
No, I didn't get it either. I'm like, what are you signed up
Do you
for?
guys talk to each other?
Let me see. I think it's,
BFF.
oh, that's funny. I can't even change my my preferences if I want, because it says page not found. So wherever she's sending it from. I think it was just her website. I thought that I signed
She
up
has a
for it.
website. I've never even gone to her website.
I didn't know she had one.
Find her and
No.
see here.
The things we know, we learn together.
Here, I can forward this to you, Deanna, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
I just did. I just forwarded it to her.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
get it as well.
And you guys are in the know. I didn't know you were so famous with Autumn.
Mhm.
Amazing.
You guys are fancy.
That's-
Fancy.
she was getting ribbed pretty hard on her live this morning. People were giving her a hard time, and she was like, I already take those vitamins, but sometimes your body she's like, I already eat healthy, but sometimes your body just doesn't absorb the vitamins and nutrients. And so that's why I'm taking the supplements, not that I don't eat a healthy balance. Like some people were giving her a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, she's coming at an interesting angle right now with all this because she is an expert in nutrition and preaches nutrition, right? But now people are going to be like, well, what are you doing wrong? Because I haven't figured nutrition out and you can't even figure it out. So you know what I mean? And they aren't giving the science of it a chance to, like they don't understand why she could have her own personal issues with it and still be an expert in it, working through it, right?
Well,
And you need to do the test to figure out what's going on. Like once she knows what's going on, she can, know which vitamins and minerals and things to do and to take, but she doesn't know what's going on. That's what she said. I've gained 5 pounds in the last year and it's not coming off. And she said, and I know for my body that something's wrong. And so that's why I'm going to get the test. I'm not mad about the 5 pounds. She's like, I know that something's wrong with my body, that my body's not doing what it's supposed to do. And so that's why I'm going to get the test. So I thought she explained it really well. And it is, I mean, everybody's body's different. Everybody's body reacts differently to different meal plans, different workouts. It's, but there is always that basis of, you still need to eat your vegetables. You still need to exercise. And so, but yeah, I thought it was really interesting listening to her explain why she was going to do the tests. And because a lot of people were giving her a hard time about, why are you doing this? You're supposed to be the expert. So.
Yeah.
well, that's because a lot of people have a misconception of the fact that just because you eat healthy, that your body's gonna react 100% when your body is, like I hear people say, well, you don't need to detox. That's what you have your liver and kidneys for. And you don't need to detox them. That's what they're there for. It's like, yeah, maybe if we were living in the 1500s, but instead we've got every single chemical and things that we don't even know and see. I mean, we're sitting here just with Wi-Fi flowing through our bodies from every direction. And that has an effect, whether we like it or not. And people don't realize that. They're like, what? Or like they get a new piece of furniture and that furniture has chemicals that's off-gassing. They don't realize their body has to do something with that. So it's under a constant pressure to continue to try to heal you and get through life. And it takes more than just eating a healthy diet to remain healthy in this world now. And that is reality. and people aren't in the know of that.
Yeah, it makes me think too, like with Autumn, I heard somebody say once, like, teach from your scars, not from your wounds. And I think unfortunately, because she's in the public eye, she does have to go through this publicly. And, she's at the disadvantage of being able to figure out what's actually wrong and then talk about it. And so that is a challenge, when you are kind of on the spotlight, or, even posting in your stories all the time, going live, people are expecting you to be present. When you're not, they're going to know something's wrong. So, kudos to her for pushing through, and because it's hard, when things come up like that. And and then 5 pounds on her tiny frame probably does feel like a lot. She's tiny.
I'd imagine that it's more than that, though. I'd imagine that it's more than weight that she's experiencing that's making her.
Right. Yeah, I would think so too. But sometimes I also wonder too, like Shalene went through a similar thing, and it's like, are you trying to hold your body at a place for so long where it's not necessarily happy? And maybe maybe we're not always meant to look like that.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Well, like Beverly talked about overtraining, when you're overtraining, you're training too long.
Just trying to hold your body at a lower weight than it is okay with. You know what I mean? It's not even, because I think she does a pretty good job of balancing her training, from what I can tell. Like, she's pretty good about recovery stuff, but I don't know. I just kind of wonder sometimes. And, and I know as getting older, you hold your weight in different places too. Like, my legs are slimmer, but my midsection is where the weight is right now. And like, I'm the same weight I was 2 years ago, but like, it's just it's different. So.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, and if you think about it too, think about all the people who have gastric bypass, or, go through all these things. It is such a mindset. It's not really about the weight, because you can be 200 pounds and love yourself and feel beautiful. And so it's like, how do you breathe that into people that you don't even, and they might not be unhealthy at that weight either. You can be healthy and be at a high BMI. I mean, I'm obese technically, according to my BMI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, how do you actually feel? It's crazy.
Scott's obese, according to things, like according to all anything.
Yeah.
And you've seen him. So it's like I mean, he usually has a shirt on most of the time, but I mean, yeah, he's not obese.
Yeah, I know.
Like, not even close.
Yeah.
I had a customer that I was walking with the other day. She's actually an inactive coach, and I think she looks great, like kind of normal. She said she went to the doctor, and she's maybe 45. She said the doctor told her, she said, I just have this extra weight I can't seem to get off. And the doctor suggested like surgery, and she was so offended. She was like, what are you talking about? Like, we're talking about 10 pounds, a stubborn 10 pounds or something. And
really? Surgery?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
She was so offended. She switched doctors.
Well, is the doctor in with a group of people that refer to each other?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's
Even though it is against the law to do that, but
yeah, she was very upset. She went like to her gynecologist next and told him the story, and like switched doctors immediately and stuff.
Wow.
But I mean, those charts and the things that regular practitioners are using are ridiculously outdated and offensive, really.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. If I didn't know any better, I would have a complete complex, because my doctor told me that, I'm obese based off of my numbers, specific numbers. And I'm like, well, yeah, okay. But when you're, feeling my armpit to make sure I don't have any cancerous things, you can't get in there because there's so many muscles there. So am I obese? Really? So doctors unfortunately seem to be training enough in the area that to be making that decision based off of an old archaic model that is still in place, unfortunately. So it's sucky that you know, I have a gal that is right now, she's very, she's dealing with the fact that the scale's not going where she wants to, and she's still trying to figure out the mindset of, I know it's not all about the scale, and, you know, just trying to help her with that. But it's tough because everybody around us is so, you know, based off of the scale, everything, you know, everything that we're kind of taught, I guess, from a young age. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't use a scale, for a lot of people, they don't realize what other metric to use. You know, a lot of us are like, what do I use to measure my success? And, you know, it could be a pair of pants, but yeah, it's hard. It's really, really hard mindset. It just makes me think about like us as coaches and like, what can we do to help support all of these people who follow us, or, you know, who are our friends or our girlfriends, and help them understand, you know, it's okay. You don't have to be a size 2. You can be a size 12 or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's more about how you're feeling, and like really focus on those feelings and your energy levels, and being intuitive with your own body. And, you know, you don't have to be a certain number on the scale. And so I loved, a long time ago, someone said, you know, you think you're fat, but by whose standard? Like, who set the standard of fat? Like, nobody. There is no standard. It's what you have just, that bias you have that you've learned over time. So we should make it. You're funny, Kim. But
No, I'm serious, like ways other than the scale, you know, like you know, like they have the Shakeology chart for, are you feeling this, and this? You know, I feel like we should make one for fitness. Do you have more energy? Are you sleeping better? Is your skin clear? You know, I don't know.
that's a good idea, though. Maybe put it in the 2021 group or in all the groups. I mean, because it is such a good thing to promote and to show people, because they're not getting it from anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, non-scale victories are huge, and I don't know why I got away from them in my own group. I don't do them nearly as often as I should, because I think
I always try to push and celebrate non-scale victories, because those are huge. Those are life-changing for people. You know, the fact, one of my customers today, she's like, oh my God, for the first time ever, I can run up this hill and not be winded.
Oh my God,
like,
that's awesome.
That's huge. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's huge. That's awesome. That's so cool that, you know. And so, and I sent her a private message, and I'm like, that's so awesome that you're noticing those kind of differences. That's huge, and celebrate that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'll draft something in. I'll draft a list, and then maybe we can all contribute to it or something, and we'll kind of put one together.
yeah, that's a great idea. That'd be a really good idea. You know, even it's just something we can share. And, you know, you guys were making me think when we were talking about monthly emails. I know not everybody does that, but does anybody still have like an actual like page?
I have one, but I don't use it.
I know.
No, I do too. I was just thinking I should make, just wrote down, maybe I should make a preferred customer page or something like that instead.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, I think a lot of people do, and if you don't, it's totally fine. You don't have to run out and get one, because as you can hear, we all don't use them anymore. But, you know, I'm sure we all have some sort of following on there. Like, again, because the email systems are kind of wonky, that's another place, like maybe you could start there with doing a monthly newsletter and the people should know your coach, right? It's okay to put the Beachbody stuff out there. I'm usually more explicit about Beachbody on my like page than my personal page. So I'm just sharing that, as an idea, because that's something I wrote down for myself. Like, you're right, Lily, Coach Collaboration has a ton of content that we can share. And it's like, you have it in Canva, you can change the name to your own like page name. So there's just different ideas of ways to still get the word out there and share. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Oh, I can see you.
Oh, hey.
My speaker guy just showed up. He's installing the TV speakers.
Look at you.
I know.
How fun. You make me want like an outdoor patio space.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. Pretty nice. How long, like, how often do you guys have like outdoor season? Like, what is your outdoor time?
Oh, we'll be out there year round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's nice enough out there to not.
We
you won't
we
freeze.
get snow like maybe once a year and maybe an ice storm once a year, but it's pretty much, maybe there's some evenings in the 40s.
That's nice.
Pretty mild.
Yeah. I figured you're like freeze to death
Just
up
have to
there.
block the rain.
Yeah.
That's funny. We get we are much colder than you.
Yep, you are. You get more snow than we do. We're closer to the ocean. You've got the peninsula in your way, so you stay colder and you tend to get more wind from Canada, where we get it straight off the ocean, so it keeps us more mild.
Which is so weird because you guys were both talking about it being cold this morning and it was like 70 when y'all were complaining that it was 40 and we get way more snow and
It was
colder
freezing this
temperatures
morning.
and like you're all like, it's so cold and I'm like, it's 70. It's gonna be like 80 something.
Yeah, it's 80 here for me today, but it was like 45 this morning. So
Wow.
Doesn't get that cold yet.
Melanie.
and if anybody, just back with your conversation on the newsletter, if anybody, like I get a newsletter piece with the pixel and hue, I'm happy to like throw it into our coach group if you want to see what it looks like or kind of model something after it. I'm going to send it out to my customers tonight. And I usually use that one once a month. And then I also send out an email for the meal prep group. So I send that one out with a graphic through Kajabi because it allows me to link up some automated emails with that one. So once they register, then they get a welcome email telling them how it works. And then they also they're tagged for meal prep. So then I continually email them with like the next meal prep or the meal prep replay, that kind of stuff, because I'd like to continue to grow that piece separately. But it's, meal prep is a great way to just offer up something too, or an excuse to send out an email.
Yeah, well, I already sent my customers an email today because I was like, it's the first of the month, let's go. And Coach Collaboration had some good content. And so, but I wanted to include the meal prep class. And so now I can email them again and say, this is what's happening. But again, the coach office just you can't send graphics. So that was.
Yeah. And there's a lot of free services. I used MailChimp previous to Kajabi too. But I can't remember some of the other ones I've heard of.
Constant Contact.
Yeah.
And pretty much all of them that offer the free version are not okay with MLM marketing.
And how do they know your MLM marketing?
I think you have to be reported, but it very well may also just be, they might flag certain words might flag them or something, but
yeah, or maybe if you're uploading a CVS file, like maybe it can tell from there that it's.
Why do they care? Like if I have MailChimp and I love it and I'm promoting it with my MLM friends, why does it matter?
Because they want you to pay. That's it.
Well, I mean, and you have to pay if you have a certain amount of people, it has a certain amount of contacts. So like, I think I'm at like 360 or something. And there's a limit there that I'd have to pay if I want to send an email out to, I think maybe 500 people. So I would pay for it if I, had that many people on there to get email.
I don't pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for it because I don't know. I guess my ROI just wasn't high enough on it. So I was just like, and then I don't know. I think it was Lily. What did I talk to you about? I'll do something for a couple months or whatever. And then if it doesn't work, I'm like, nope, it didn't work. Moving on. It's so bad. I'm like,
well, I mean, that's trial and error, right?
Yeah, but I mean, with email lists, it's really more like just keep beating the old drum and just keep going. That's really what it is. And now I've got just too many contacts. Now I would have to like edit contact. I don't even know what I would do. Like I need somebody to help me do it.
That's why I'm asking, because I need to start somewhere and I don't want to start and then move.
Yeah, I've done it.
Platform.
Well, and you
I've
can
done it a
export
couple
your
times.
CSV file so that at least you have everybody's contact information. But again, if you get a new customer because you hit Success Club, then it's going to be outdated, that CSV file. So you've got to Yeah, once you figure it out, just export that file and you'll have all of that information and then you can upload it into whatever. Is it a CRM? Is that the right word? CRM?
CRM is your customer list, but yeah. You know, and if you're gonna do it, like I'd be willing to pay for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not that
Yeah.
expensive, but you're gonna get some benefit out of paying for the service, and then you can be consistent in it and keep it up.
Yeah.
Is Kajabi relatively inexpensive?
No,
Okay,
No.
I was thinking it was,
ridiculous. No,
I was
it's
thinking it
like
was-
100, and I think I pay 170 a month or 160 a month.
yeah,
Ouch.
That is like Kajabi's more than mail, right?
Yeah.
Kajabi is online courses and there's like a ton of stuff in there that I do,
Yeah.
like websites in there. It's a one-stop shop.
right. And it's pretty well known. It's a good one. So makes sense. All right, ladies, we are at the middle of the hour. We've been on here for a whole 60 minutes together. I'm gonna go eat some pizza now. So
Is there something somebody wants to talk about next week? Because we could have a,
yeah, any topic ideas so we can write it down. And we need to take a picture. Anything?
Sure. No.
No topics?
well, wait,
My
I
brain's not working.
did the poll.
Oh, yeah. Mel said we could talk about reels.
Yes. Mel needs to talk about reels and show us how to do them all.
There we go. Reels. I love it.
Okay, so Melanie, you up for Wednesday?
I'll do my best.
Your best is
I'll
to-
just teach you guys what I know and then we can go from there because I don't know. I just know enough of what I do.
But
I
again,
want to-
like I was saying, you might do it completely different than I do it, and that's what I want to hear. Like you might have a way better, easier system than the way I do it, and I might be, pulling my hair out because I'm doing it wrong or harder.
Mhm.
So that's why I want to hear about how you do it.
A wise person told me,
Yeah.
you don't have to be an expert, you just have to know 25% more than the people you're teaching. So
So, and we also had Achieving Success Club and Inviting as things in the poll that people wanted to know about. So let's do Reels, then we can do Success Club.
got it.
Inviting.
What was the last one?
Inviting. And that would be a great topic to go with the mixed bike by that time. Inviting to the mixed bike.
And I will be gone that
Yes.
I will be in Cancun unless the world explodes and we won't go.
Actually, Jess, I do have a question about that. So, I was so excited that I messaged my friend that has a Peloton, and obviously I jumped the gun because she's like, well, she literally just bought a bike, and she's like, I can't download any apps to the Peloton bike.
Okay.
So how would you integrate the body with the Peloton bike? And I said, and my answer was, well, I don't know yet, but I know that you can play the classes off of your phone or iPad or other device that you would normally play your Beachbody workouts on. And she's like, well, but that doesn't integrate with my bike. Like she was pretty pissed off that she basically just spent all this money on the Peloton and then body came out basically. So
Yeah, exactly. So yes, you're right. So if I want to take a cycling class, I will have to like a Beachbody cycling class, I will have to use my iPad or my phone. Yes. So the metrics will not match up. So it won't integrate into BOD. So I will have to then put in like I did a 30-minute cycling class. So I'll have to manually enter that. Now I don't know what can happen after you're out of warranty. You can jailbreak your bikes. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with that. Again, it does void your warranty. So that's why I say when you're out of warranty. I don't recommend that, especially because when I was looking at the tablet and the software, there's not very much memory on there. And I would be concerned even putting like Netflix or something on there. I would just recommend using your iPad because they won't integrate. And that's what's really cool about the mixed bike is like, again, I love my Peloton. I love the brand. But because I also love Beachbody and I've loved Beachbody for years, it makes more sense for me to get a mixed bike because it integrates the programs that I use all the time and that I love. So
Are you gonna get another bike?
no, unless I get all bougie and rich or something and get one for the
Maybe she'll win one. Maybe you'll win one.
Yeah, if I win one, I'm like, I'll have a bike at the cabin. It'll be great. She could sell the bike again. The resale on Pelotons are amazing. She could get exactly what she paid for it out of it. But it's if she wants to go through the hassle or not.
Yeah, I don't know. She didn't listen when I said, hey, Beachbody's coming out with bike. Maybe you should wait.
Yeah. Well, and that's a really great post. Like, tell your friends if they're even interested right now in getting a bike or they've been thinking about getting a stationary bike. Again, it sounds like we all might be going back into quarantine at some point. Not quarantine, but quarantine. I guess that's the right word. I recommend people getting to a cycling class like right now because it's really important for people to see if they even like it before they're going to shell out $1,300, $1,500 on a bike, let alone the price of a Peloton. So, recommend to people right now, if they're interested in stationary bikes or an at-home bike, to go find a cycling class. Most gyms have them and try it and see if they actually like it and then go from there.
We actually have a big gym that is in the town right next to us that is closing because of COVID. They just announced today that they are closing. And the reason why is because everybody's going online. That's the reason that they gave.
Yeah, it's true. Safer. All right, guys, I have to go. Let me take a picture really quickly. You guys are more than welcome to stay on. I will stop the recording so it doesn't have another hour of recording. That was funny. All right, ready? Sue, Kyla, you want to hop on and smile? Okay.
No.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. I will stop the recording.